Hi! In this lesson, we will introduce the project that you will be working on for the next few lessons. We will also learn how determining a number's factors will prove very helpful for this project. So what is this project? You are volunteering at a local candy and chocolate shop called the Sweet Shack. They have given you a list of products that you need to evenly divide into bags, but they did not indicate how many to put into each bag. The first task is to bag the multicolored jawbreakers. You are told there are 56 total and that each bag must have the same amount. Or in other words, the jawbreakers must be evenly divided between the bags. So how many bags do we need? Or how many do we put in each bag? Well, let's start thinking through our options here. We could do one bag with 56 jawbreakers, but that doesn't seem terribly useful for the shop. Or we could divide the jawbreakers into two bags, each with 28 jawbreakers. Okay, well, what about three bags? How do we determine if the 56 jawbreakers can be divided evenly into the three bags? Let's divide 56 by 3 and see what we get. The result is 18.67 jawbreakers per bag. So we can't divide 56 into three bags evenly. In other words, 3 is not a factor of 56, and this is not a viable option to bag the jawbreakers. What do I mean when I say 3 is not a factor of 56? Let's discuss what factors are. A factor is a number that divides another number evenly, leaving no remainder. Let's look at a simple example with the jawbreakers. Imagine we have 30 jawbreakers. I can group them into 5 even groups of 6, with none left over. Since we can evenly divide 30 into 5 groups, we say that 5 is a factor of 30. Or in other words, since 30 divided by 5 is 6 with no remainder, we can say 5 is a factor of 30. Or we could group the 30 jawbreakers into 6 even groups with none left over. Since we can evenly divide 30 into 6, or since we can say 30 divided by 6 is 5 with no remainder, again we can say 6 is a factor of 30. Okay. So let's look back at our task of finding the options to evenly bag the jawbreakers. How does the number of bags relate to the number of factors we just discussed? Well, if a factor divides a number evenly, leaving no remainder, and if we need the number of bags to divide the jawbreakers evenly, then the jawbreakers factors are our bagging options. Let me repeat, since this is important. Factors divide a number evenly, therefore, our factors will be our bagging options. Let's look at a table here of all the possible bagging options. Remember, bags equal factors. So how do we determine if a number is a factor of another number? Well, we divide into it and see if there's a remainder. Take the total of 56 and divide by one bag. No remainder. It's a factor and a possible bagging option. How about two bags? Again, take the total of 56 and divide by two bags. Lo and behold, no remainder. It's a factor and a possible bagging option. And what about three bags? Same process here. Take 56 and divide by 3, and there is a remainder. So it's not a factor and it's not a possible bagging option. We can continue this all the way up to 56 bags with one jawbreaker each, but let's check out the next 4. As you can see here, we could bag the jawbreakers evenly with 1, 2, 4, or 7 bags. In other words, 1, 2, 4, and 7 are factors of 56. Okay, great. Now it's your turn to practice working with factors.